The hour in New York in its first editorial in 50 years, Time magazine joined other prominent news outlets in calling for President Nixon to resign. And on national television, Republican Senator Edward Brooke urged Mr. Nixon's resignation. Kuwait, 10 Arab oil-producing nations have decided to cut back oil production by 25% to put more pressure to get Israel to withdraw from occupied Arab territory. I'm Alexander.
Set your time to WCBS. 4 tones will follow. The final loudest one marks the exact time.
It's 12.
CBS News. The White House again insists that President Nixon will not resign, and News Secretary Ronald Ziegler told correspondent Dan Rather Mr. Nixon will have, quote, a good story to tell about 2 missing tape recordings connected with the Watergate case. I'm Anne Crossman reporting on the CBS Radio Network. Rather also talked to the President's counselor, Bryce Harlow, and asked him about the possibility of impeachment.
If the Democratic Party voted as a unit, they could impeach any Republican.
Harlow says the President's mood is one of calm determination and that he plans to, quote, get on with the major concerns of the American people. Republican Senator Lowell Weicker, a frequent critic of the administration, said tonight he will not call for President Nixon's resignation, and neither should any other senator. Weicker says there's always the possibility that impeachment proceedings could come and that senators will have to act as judges. Weicker's warning comes after fellow Republican Senator Edward Brooke called for Mr. Nixon's resignation, a reluctant decision, said Brooke. Appearing on the ABC News broadcast, Issues and Answers, Brooke said he would give the president immunity from prosecution if Mr. Nixon would resign.
To lose the highest elected office in the country is certainly punishment beyond the thoughts of most men. And I think that the good that we achieve by it will be worth the granting of immunity.
Senator Edward Brooke. The President's resignation was called for by 4 major newspaper editorials as well as Time magazine. In its first editorial in half a century, Time says, Mr. Nixon and the nation have passed a tragic point of no return. And it continues, he has irredeemably lost his moral authority, the confidence of most of the country, and therefore his ability to govern effectively. This is Anne Crossman, CBS News.